Hello, friends. So we're here again and just kind of give you like a brief market update of what's happening in Chicago and the surrounding areas. So we are still, unlike other states, we are still in a seller's market. But what's very interesting is it is hyper local. For example, in the West Town area, we have about like 3.5 months of inventory. North Center, just a little bit over 3 months of inventory. But the suburbs, say for example, where my guest lives in River Forest, they only have about 1.6 months of inventory. And in Oak Park is 2.6 months of inventory. So having said that, I'd like to invite again, here he is, Mr. Kyle Perks from Stonehaven Mortgage. And Kyle, now that, it's still a seller's market with, like the shift in the mortgage rates, like what is happening right now and how is this impacting buyers and sellers?
Yeah, great question. I mean, compared to last year, I think we saw a frightful fall, where this year we're seeing a major fall push. People are back from vacation. Rates have hit the lowest that they've been all year, and they continue today. I mean, today's stuff is pretty crazy. So yeah, we are seeing still low mortgage applications seasonally, but we anticipate increased buyer demand through the fall with these rates dropping. Is that what you're seeing too?
Yeah, and I do think is that buyers that are on the fence actually kind of like have not paid attention. But the buyers that are on the fence that are paying attention, those are the ones that are getting the opportunity to get back on the market and find a place that they can purchase before the interest rate goes up again.
Yeah, I feel like people are seeing lots of these national headlines about where Chicago's been pretty insulated from all that. What would you say the difference is between like a fall market and like the spring market for buyers?
Really, like historically, spring market has been the strongest market here in Illinois. And fall, we do tend to see, like just maybe like in the beginning of the fall where you see like surge of buyer demand and lots of purchase contract. But as it is right now, we're seeing some, as you said, like slow applications, which for me is saying like pay attention, buyers on the fence. This is an opportunity. So get back on the market and because there are opportunities out there.
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe less housing stock on the market, but you can maybe catch a deal in the fall. Yeah.
And for sellers, like people who have a lot of equity in your home, if you really have to move, it's still a seller's market and prices are still appreciating and you're still going to get what you want so that you can move to the next stage of your life, wherever that is.
Lots of buyers, move up buyers. I would feel like there are lots of people starting families that need to move or downsizers. You can still retain that property you're exiting and that good interest rate if you don't want to get rid of it. You can still retain that, rent it out. For example, so there are ways that we can structure a deal for you to help you move to your next point in life.
What we're saying is like really pay attention and then just don't read the headlines. It's all about your situation and your situation is unique. Know your numbers. It's not just about the current price right now, the current mortgage rates. It's really about carrying costs and how much does it really cost to you if you have to do this right now or not do it. So, and if you have any questions, don't do this alone. Reach out to us. Again, Kyle, thanks so much. Take care.